people, you, especially work experience students. It definitely does happen. So what I want you to do now is that if you need to read over the case study, again, I think that would be a good idea just to get the understanding, that comprehension. Sometimes it's good to read it over again to yourself to understand before you can answer the questions. Because you're reading it and applying your own knowledge. So there's 5 questions that I want you to do in a pair, to think about it verbally, and I want you to write it down. There's 5 questions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But first of all, you can read the case study to yourself to have a bit of an understanding of it. The questions are here. These are the 5 questions. But you need to discuss it. Pilar?
Yeah.
Discuss it amongst yourselves before you write it down.
I'm just copying this one.
The questions are here.
Yeah. I think, that's that one. Well, list some of the occupational health and safety responsibilities of this employer. First thing is the safety of an employee. They have to be one is the employee. They should have induction when they first start work experience. Induction, full induction.
It's about the safety, no?
Yeah.
Yep.
About the safety, master.
Yep, so the first one is just dealing with
induction.
responsibility. So Andrew's employers found their duty of care, but how? Why? How come they didn't fulfill their OHS responsibilities?
Before.
I don't know.
So as Pilar was saying, induction, they didn't give a proper induction. So they didn't give a full induction. So these were the problems that they had. So the safety laws, they was an employee. So the skipper failed to ensure that was provided with full induction when he started work experience. Also, when he boarded the vessel, he didn't have any proper induction, and also wasn't properly supervised as well. So that's also another reason he wasn't properly supervised.
I don't understand. They didn't. Apparently, they didn't.
Full induction. He didn't receive a full induction, and he wasn't properly supervised. Full induction.
We have to write that down.
Yes, please. What you believe. That's coming from the case study, but it's your own knowledge of it.
I don't understand.
Employee.
So, according to the magistrate, the employer did not give him an induction, full induction, and he wasn't supervised at all, properly supervised while he was on the vessel, and he didn't provide adequate information or instruction and training.
Not enough information and training then.
Yeah, and induction. Yep, that's it.
Not
Information. Instruction. Training and supervision.
What's the other one?
So, yep. So, also full induction. That he didn't get a full induction.
Full reduction.
Full induction or orientation. Full orientation.
Full induction.
Yeah. When he started work experience. That's what he failed to do under by law, according to the magistrate. What about question 2 now? What did you have there?
Full induction.
Yeah, induction. The employee was not properly supervised.
So what is an induction? What is it?
Induction.
Definition?
So for induction is still not
Full
what.
induction.
What's the host that they can access, like whatever, like if you're first time there. So what's you don't know where you're going. If there's a in case of emergency cases like that. So where are the
So
exits?
it's orientation, yeah. So it's an
yeah.
orientation, getting familiar with the
With
working
where the
environment,
work-
yeah,
work
and what you
environment.
need to do, and training and such as that.
So they should have
and
the
training
person
wasn't done.
haven't done.
Yeah,
so
they should
they
training
haven't
should be
given
done.
him much information
Yeah, or training.
or training.
Yeah,
so,
part of the induction.
So which is part of
Yeah.
of the whole process. No?
Yep, that's good.
It's nice as I spoon and not enough, I suppose it is.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as you answer the question.
Not enough. What do you say, Lord?
The employee, in the what's that now? The employee was not properly
Not
supervised,
enough supervision.
properly supervised.
Supervision. Not
Supervised.
enough supervision. What's it? Supervisor should not for the full induction.
And given. What's and given.
Power to ensure that we follow the full induction of the not enough wasn't properly supervised
Orientation
and told
and trade.
told told
Any questions on the assessment task that you need any trouble with?
is it 5, is it?
Yes.
That's all right. 1, 2, 3, do you probably an induction when you boarded, was it?
So we can continue this assessment task in the next session. If you want to, but any problems that you want to raise just based on what we've done today, like hazards, or you didn't understand some hazards, or control or assess, or any risk, any problems that anyone had any questions to raise.
Not really, because well, sometimes you're new in a certain organization which you don't know where, because normally with organizations that they don't give the induction straight away. They make sure that they get so many people who are new, and then afterwards they would organize an induction of new employees, so they would know what they're doing, or if they get some problems. Like sometimes we receive some calls about this bomb something. Someone
Bob
called.
Stewart?
Bob Stewart. She calls and then.
It's
And then-
fake.
And it's fake, I think.
Yeah.
And we all only thought it's really.
You have
it's
to,
really
even
true.
if it's not real, you have to pretend as if it is real. 'Cause
And
it
then
could be.
we called the ambulance because, or the what is fire
Fire
brigade? Yeah, he came in the office. So that's why they say this is what you do. That's why they should instruct you. They give you training materials. So if in case some things like that happen in the future,
Absolutely,
you would know.
And you can't take it as a hoax, just in case. Even if it is a
No.
hoax, you don't know.
You
It could
don't
be
know.
true.
Yeah.
And you always, even if it's for nothing, you always call the fire brigade.
They
which
always
is
say
also
about
important.
bomb threats.
And you have that siren, so it's a beeping noise. Beep, 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 when there's a fire.
Yeah, there's a fire.
And it tells you to evacuate. So that's good.
We have some training thing in the training drill for fire hazards. If there's a fire,
Yeah.
so we would know where the exit are. So we have some people there who are trained. So for each floor, we have some representative for if there's.
Yep, so a warden,
Yeah.
a fire
Warden,
warden,
yeah.
and also you use the fire extinguishers
Yeah.
in case there's a minor fire that you can
Yeah.
put out.
Yeah.
But usually you call the fire brigade and you evacuate to the nearest place.
Yeah, and they
that's
show
safe.
you where you're gonna go, where,
Yep.
where the exit is.
The exit is, and you don't use the lift when there's a fire.
No, where you they don't. They
Because
don't
you can
use
get
it.
stuck. Use the stairs.
Yeah, they
the
got
fire
all the
stairs.
stairs. Oh, I feel giddy afterwards because you know.
Because there is a lot of stairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coming from level 6, 7 and going, I nearly fell down. And all the sons who are very weak, like they get heart problem. They want aphosat because, one of the sons they get a pacemaker and things like that.
Oh, that's so
So
good. What do they do
and
in
it-
that
and-
case?
Yeah, well, they don't have to.
They don't evacuate.
No, they have to evacuate them, but they don't go to that process.
Yeah,
It's
they're
easy.
into another
Yeah,
process. Yeah, absolutely. So it's a fire warden responsibility.
Yeah, so that's why they already all know what they're gonna do anyway.
So it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good lesson today. Well done. And yeah, that's it. Finished. Thank you.